We're just waiting for Kevin Eady and we're going to get started. Right, welcome to everyone and thank you for taking the time out of your Saturday morning to come and see us. It's going to be, the whole day is going to be very special in the history of Argyle. It's a great occasion, starting with this meeting this morning, then the Fans Fest, then the Fans Reunited event, and then I'll follow into the evening's auction tonight. So it really is a huge day for everyone connected with Argyle. But just to go through a few procedural things. The guest speaker today is to my left is James Brent, and James is going to come on and address you once I've finished going through some bits and bobs. Just some little bits around the conduct of the meeting. If you need to use the loo, then the exit is just out to your my right there. If in the event there is a fire, it's not one planned, but the exit's to my left and to my right there. Look like an air hostess, doesn't it? And if I could ask that everyone turns their mobile phone either off or onto silent, that would be really appreciated because we don't want to be interrupted today. Now the structure of the meeting, we've only got 50 minutes because of the Fans Fest starting at 12 o'clock. We need to turn it round to get the tables and that out, so we've got 50 minutes. The structure is going to be an introduction from myself as chair of the Argyle Fans Trust. James is going to give some background and introduction about his involvement, and then we're going to open it up to key questions. And what we'll say to everyone around the question is, this isn't going to be the last meeting that we have with James. Just had a chat to him and he's agreed that if and when a takeover goes through, he'll come to the Guildhall, we'll have a big meeting and we can obviously have more time to go through it. So if you've got any questions that aren't absolutely burning, then please, if you could save them for the Guildhall, that would be really useful. I mean, but if anyone wants to know if James is going to restart the buses, I don't think he is. Right. What we need today, and when you do come to the question section, we ask what we've had at every single one of our meetings so far, which is the guest speaker and also your fellow Argyle fans and then fellow football fans to be treated with respect. We don't want any foul language, no aggression or anything like that at this meeting today. We've got children, we've got the media present, and we want everyone to act in a respectful manner, and I'm sure you will. My job really basically today is to say some thank yous, and it seems as if I'm on a repetitive line when I address the fans, but each time we have a meeting, we've gone on so much further and there's so much work being done by so many people that it's only right that we say thank you, and we've got a few special people today that I want to definitely express my support for. And the first one is for fans of other football clubs that have come here today, and it's fantastic. Particular thanks goes to the outstanding efforts of the Brighton and Hove Albion fans, and they have obviously during a period of success for them, just shows how fantastic those people are, because they haven't forgotten their roots and they haven't forgotten what happened to them, and it's just absolutely overwhelming what they've done for Argyle. And in an era which is dominated by Sky TV, dominated by the likes of United, Chelsea, Arsenal and whatever, it's absolutely fantastic. This is what football is all about. It's not about £200,000 a week wages. It's not about Sky Television, it's not about Manchester United, it's about teams like Plymouth Argyle and Brighton and Hove Albion, when it matters, sticking together and standing alongside each other. These guys are very, very publicity shy and media shy. They're not going to thank me for what I'm about to do, but it has to be done, and that's the Green Taverners. Absolutely fantastic what they've done for this club. The Green Taverners is a very wide church. They have a lot of children and youngsters involved, and they have right up through the spectrum of all the ages, and the kids are a fantastic example because the youth of this country are knocked on a constant basis. But what I see them doing every single day of the week, coming out and helping the Taverners and doing their best for Argyle, is a fine example for the young people of this country. But there's three people who I want to express my thanks for in the Taverners, and they're not going to thank me. All three of them put together, by the way, couldn't grow one decent beard between them. And that is Gary, Mark and Bill. And I thank all three of you as really close friends, guys. we've done this thank you lots of times, but it's a pleasure to be able to do it today with some of them actually present, because they have not been able to be at our previous meetings. And I think that it will be pertinent if it is the biggest round of applause today, because they're here in the room and we need to know that how much they mean to us, what they've done for us, and that we will never forget it. The staff of Plymouth Argyle Football Club. Final thank you is to the Contingency Plan Committee, which is a mixture of the Trust, the Taverners and individuals basically who've come together and have worked alongside James, and we've all worked hard and we've all had some real highs and lows, but I just want to say thank you to them. I want to say thanks to one person in particular on the contingency group we won't be expecting, and that's Peter Ryan, who was the former Secretary of the Argyle Fans Trust. He stepped down as Secretary of the Trust, stepped down from the Contingency Committee, but I want him to know how much he means to me as a personal friend and how much that he's done for the fans, staff and players of Argyle. He really did give his all, so thanks to the Contingency Committee and to Peter. Just to round up from myself as chair before I hand it over to James for the main show, this club has suffered from 4 or 5 years of mismanagement in the boardroom. What went on at our football club was a disgrace, and it should never ever be repeated ever again at any other football club in this country. We should fight to make sure it doesn't happen. Plymouth as a city has lost its airport, its dockyard is on its knees, and the thought of losing Argyle was too much for all of us. We've come together united to make sure that we do not lose our football club. Argyle simply had to survive. We've had together some highs and some real lows. Highs like today should be cherished and should be never forgotten. The lows we've picked each other up from, whether it be the players, the staff, the supporters, the contingency group, we've always kept each other going, and for that I'll always be grateful. We could write a book about the events that have happened, whether it be meeting Kevin Heaney at the Holiday Inn, whether it be rowing in the boardroom with Brendan Guilfoyle, whether it be vigils showing the world how much this club means to us, whether it be protests with the whole Green Army taking place, or whether it would be us collectively as a fan base, as players and as staff saying we will not let our club die. We should all be proud of our efforts. The work of Stapleton, Kagami, Todd, Gardner, Heaney and company left our football club on a life support machine. Today, we've got off our life support machine, we're out of bed, we're dressed, we've put our chest out and we're saying we're Plymouth Argyle and we'll never die. And amongst all the thanks, the main one, of course, goes to the man to my left, James Brent, the individual who stands and has always stood between Plymouth Argyle and liquidation, the man who we knew as a fan base from the off was the man to lead this club. We refused to accept our club going into the hands of the people that did not deserve it, and we are privileged for this man to be next in line to run our club. There are some bad points about James, however, I need to point out to the fan base. Number one, he lives far too close to Exeter for comfort. Number two, he's never been a bodyguard of Michael Jackson, which I'm gutted about. And number three, despite several media rumours, he hasn't got a monkey called Bubbles. James Brent.